Please now stand for the academic procession.
In 1966, a student named Sheila Tompkinson started her studies here at Leeds Trinity. She's composed a prayer especially for these graduations. So let us pray. We thank God for all the staff and students of Leeds Trinity University. A journey in time. A journey in learning and achievement, a journey of change. We pray that all here today continue to flourish through faith and trust in the Holy Trinity during this journey of hope in an ever-changing world. Amen.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, guests and staff, I now declare the ceremony open. I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Margaret House, to give her welcome address.
Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and especially you, our graduands, welcome to this 2016 graduation ceremony, which is celebrating the success of the Institute of Childhood and Education. But more importantly, it's my pleasure and honour to welcome you all here today to celebrate your individual achievements in graduating from Leeds Trinity University. This is a day of joy and celebration following years of hard work and dedication. It's a day that everyone here at Leeds Trinity looks forward to with pride. But today, although it is a happy day, it's also a sad day, because we're saying goodbye to you. This ceremony officially marks the formal completion of your studies and the beginning of fresh challenges as you start your professional lives. But your future would not be secured without our distinguished past, and I'm delighted to announce that this year we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary. Leeds Trinity opened its doors in September 1966 as two Catholic teacher training colleges, All Saints and Trinity, with two principals, 24 members of staff, and an initial cohort of just under 100 students on our 43-acre campus. Over the years, the college has responded to an ever-changing political and educational landscape, adding more subjects and specialisms to become what is today the Leeds Trinity University that you are graduating from. But today is all about you, and I want to talk to you about three things. Firstly, your achievement. Secondly, your support. And thirdly, your future. So firstly, your personal achievement in becoming a graduate of Leeds Trinity University. What you have achieved should not be underestimated. You've had to work hard to earn your place at university on your chosen degree programme, competing against many others for your university place. Whilst gaining your place at university was an achievement in itself, once you arrived at university, the hard work really began. Intellectually and mentally demanding, studying for a degree requires a great deal of hard work, perseverance, and determination. It's also a major personal commitment and investment in your future, probably one of the biggest that you're ever going to make. It demonstrates confidence and belief in your own abilities and in your future prospects. And now you've done it. Today is your day to celebrate. You thoroughly deserve your success, and I hope you all feel as proud of yourselves as we do of each and every one of you. Today is also about welcoming you to the next phase of your relationship with Leeds Trinity. Leeds Trinity is your university, and we'll be here for you whenever you need us, when your skills need refreshing, or when you're ready for the next academic challenge. You're now joining a global community of over 24,000 Leeds Trinity graduates. They, like you, are exceptional individuals, and they're working in all sorts of organisations around the world. Their influence is felt in business boardrooms, they hold positions of influence in journalism, broadcasting, and the media. They educate us in schools, colleges, and universities, care for our health and welfare, run social, sporting, and voluntary organisations, work with children, young people, and families in a variety of settings, and create and run successful businesses of their own. As a Leeds Trinity graduate, your future is bright and your opportunities are limitless. Be both confident and ambitious in your decisions, whether you have your future already mapped out or whether you're pausing before deciding what comes next. Secondly, today is about the people who've supported you through your educational journey. Parents, carers, grandparents, aunts and uncles, children, husbands, wives, partners, teachers, friends. You've all been there for our graduates throughout their entire educational journey, a journey which started long before Leeds Trinity University and one which may continue for some of us, or some of your graduates, into postgraduate and research activities. Your contribution to their achievement has been invaluable, and I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for the support that you have given to our graduates and for always being there during their time as students here at Leeds Trinity University. And can I say I'm absolutely delighted to see so many of you here with us and also more in the auditorium. You're very welcome to our celebration. Now, graduates, this is the audience participation part. I would like you all to stand and to turn and face your family and friends and to join with me in showing your appreciation for all of the support that they have given you. So, please. Sorry, I have to say, I think if I was your family and friends, I wouldn't think you were terribly grateful. Come on, show them how grateful you are. Thank you. I'm also honoured to share the stage with another group of people here today who played a significant role in your success. These are my colleagues, your lecturers and tutors, who've been there for you throughout your studies, supporting you and providing you with knowledge and inspiration. I would also like to thank our professional and support staff, without whom the delivery of your degree courses, and indeed events like today, would simply not be possible. I'm incredibly proud of the academic, professional and support staff at Leeds Trinity University. They work hard to ensure your success, and again it's fitting that we show our appreciation for their efforts. And this time I would like to ask the staff in the chapel and on the stage if you would stand. Please. Thank you. The years that you've spent with us have been a time of great change and achievement for Leeds Trinity. But throughout our history, Leeds Trinity has been committed to providing the highest standards of teaching and academic excellence for our students. Last year, 95% of our graduates were in work or further study 6 months after completing their course. Over 70% started in graduate-level jobs, which is our highest achievement to date. And again, this year, for the third time, you, our graduates who are graduating here today, have achieved a record number of first or upper second class awards. Well done. The university has been ranked 6th in the country by the Guardian League Table for value added. This is an achievement that reflects the academic and pastoral support given to our students to help them to achieve their best possible attainment. And student satisfaction at Leeds Trinity, again, exceeded the national average according to the latest National Student Survey. We're especially proud of this last accolade as it's one which is bestowed upon us by you, our students and graduates. I'd also like to take a moment to recognise some of the achievements from across the university throughout this academic year. The International Olympic Committee has commissioned Dr. Paul Salisbury to undertake research into positive outcomes of unsuccessful Olympic game bids in cities around the world. One of our senior lecturers in broadcast media, Glyn Middleton, produced a Channel 5 documentary series that was shortlisted for 2 Television Society Yorkshire Awards. He worked on a documentary, Body Donors, a 2-part series which followed the lives and deaths of 2 terminally ill individuals. We were very excited to launch a new research centre, the International Research Centre for Interactive Storytelling, which was co-founded by Leeds Trinity's Professor Graham Roberts and Dr. Stefano Odorico. One of our students, Joe Edge, received the Duke of York Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award at a special ceremony in April for his business enterprise, Edgy Arts. 2 startup businesses involving Leeds Trinity students made it to the final of the Grad Factor, a government-endorsed competition that showcases the best university student entrepreneurs and startups. Holly Rowley was the finalist in the Women in Business category, and Trinity Vision, Leeds Trinity's student-led media production company, was chosen as a finalist in the Best Social Enterprise category. The first graduation ceremony of Leeds Children's University, which is run here by Leeds Trinity, was celebrated in December. 63 pupils aged 7 to 14 took part in the ceremony, which began with the formal installation of England and Liverpool footballer James Milner as the first Leeds Children's University Chancellor. These are just some of the many successes of you, our students and staff, from across the university, of which we are incredibly proud. Finally, whilst we are rightly proud of the past, both in terms of your achievements and our achievements, today we look forward to your future. We fully acknowledge and recognise that you are graduating in a time which is now a period of great change. However, what has not changed is that Leeds Trinity graduates have lots of opportunities open to them. Your degree has provided you with knowledge, professional experience, and highly sought-after graduate-level skills. The vocational focus of your degree programme has given you the best possible opportunity to be ready for the world of work, whether that's through the professional work programmes that you have done or as part of volunteering in the UK or overseas. However, degrees aren't just about gaining academic skills and becoming employable. Throughout your time with us, you will have become independent adults, more rounded individuals, and hopefully made friends for life, maybe even met your future partner. These life experiences are just as important as the academic merits of a degree, and I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say it's been a pleasure to watch you develop and grow into inspiring individuals with bright futures ahead of you. Whilst we have developed and grown over the last 50 years, one thing remains constant: our complete commitment to developing highly employable graduates who are able to make a significant and lasting contribution to society. It's why we exist as a university and why we are so proud of you on this your special day. Your future is very bright indeed, of that I have no doubt, and you only need to look at the success of your 24,000 fellow alumni to see the lifetime value and impact of your qualifications. So today we celebrate the success of you, our 2016 graduates. Everyone at Leeds Trinity appreciates that life is far from easy for students today. Learning is a personal challenge, and each of you will have faced your own particular challenges, and all of you have overcome them. Your family and friends will have supported you. Many of you will have had to work to support yourselves during your studies. All of you will have made sacrifices to ensure your success. Please remember this moment and this day. Remember the people around you who've been with you on this journey and the many others who've supported you and contributed to your achievement. And enjoy it. Enjoy the moment and enjoy the day. Everyone here at Leeds Trinity is immensely proud of you and your success. Look to the future with optimism and take your talents to the world. You are all exceptional people. Congratulations and well done.
We now move to the conferment of the awards for our graduates. I invite Dr. Sue Elmer to present awards from the Institute of Childhood and Education.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the following awards. For the Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Studies, I present Richard Ash. Isha Atik. Lucy Banks. Maisie Barnett. Victoria Batty. Rizwana Begum. Jessica Bertram. Faye Bradley. Charlotte Causey. Daniel Chung. Rachel Colley. Jordan Cox. Charlotte Cribbs. Simone Dean. Eleanor Dodds. Jessica Duffin. Molly Dyson. Sarah Ellis. Sophie Foster. Charlotte Fox. Lauren Garn. Iona Gilchrist. Sophie Godden. Amy Goran. Claire Greenwood. Emma Hall. Emma Harrison. Sophie Hickox. Chloe Hinchliffe. Emma Holiday. Alicia Hussain. Laura Johnston. Rachel Cataloa. Sophie Kay. Luke Lyndhurst. Lacey Lockwood. Umara Mahmood. Sarah McSwiggan. Rosemary Okello. Olivia Phillips. Charlotte Pullen. Jessica Reed. Frankie Ryan. Rebecca Shepherd. Alicia Simpson. Amy Smith. Lucy Smith. Natasha Sumal. Rachel Swaby. Emma Weehill. Kate Marie Welsh. Shannon White. Philippa Woods. Lauren Worthy. Saffron Yule. The following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize. Lisa Hambley. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Education, I present Badr Ahmed. Bethan Aird. Sidra Ansari. Keenan Barker. Laura Beveridge. Karen Birrick. Shannon Brogan. Rebecca Brown. Maria Chowdhury. Shudatul Chowdhury. Sophie Cockcroft. Jessica Cook. Shannon Dean. Zoe Flitcroft. Adam Frost. Natasha Greaves. Amy Elizabeth Housecroft. Ellie Jordan. Charlotte King. Chloe Lewin. Beth McCluskey. Hannah Neve. Luke Newbold. Magenta Shaula. Zoe Sinclair. Zoe Smythe. Isla Sprout. Rachel Sundin. Daniel Ward. Lauren Watson. Caroline Whittaker. Lauren Woodward. The following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize, Paige Wiles. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Working with Children, Young People and Families, I present Melissa Bates. Josie Bottomley. Bethany Bradshaw. Chelsea Brown. Harriet Coates. Claudia Cotson. Rebecca Drew. Daisy Fern. Rebecca Goddard. Teresa Gulliford. Rebecca Hainsworth. Jessica Hall. Elizabeth Hill. Kelly Holmes. Zoe Horseman. Emily Jane Hutchinson. Victoria Hutchinson. Leanne Ibison. Shauna James. Hannah Jones. Shannon Kelly. Caris Cobley-Nash. Miranda Cumbo. Amy Lanes. Kimberly Marriott. Emily Parker. Shamara Richards-Williams. Caris Russell. Andrea Selkirk. Annie Smith. Stephanie Twibble. Holly Vickers. Emma Wigglesworth. Madiha Yaqub. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Laura O'Nions. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the awards for the Institute of Childhood and Education.
I now invite the Chancellor, Mrs. Gabby Logan, to give her address.
Thank you, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, governors, all the teaching staff up here, parents, brothers, sisters, boyfriends, girlfriends, aunts, uncles, grandparents. If I've left any particular relative out, apologies, but well done to all of you, and well done to all of you as well. Huge congratulations on your hard work and determination, which has got you here today. But I think you'll all agree as well, and I'll endorse what Margaret said, that without the support of our families, well, it's a team effort, isn't it? And you wouldn't be sitting there today. I'm always kind of bowled over when I stand up there and shake your hand and look you in the eye and see quite often that you're not in the moment. You don't know where you are, actually. It's always, because I imagine there's a whole load of emotions that are washing over you as you think about what you've gone through to get to where you are today. And there'll be a time where you will take stock in the next few days, months or weeks ahead and look back and think, gosh, I can't believe I did that. I got through that experience. At times it felt like I wasn't going to reach the end of the road. Well, it's not really the end of the road, is it? It's just the beginning. Opportunities are going to open up for you, unfold. And as I stand here looking at your very young skins and very fresh-faced and the whites of your eyes and realise that you've got so much excitement, so much in store, so many incredible opportunities. And this is the 50th, as you know, 50th birthday anniversary of this learning institution. And you can't imagine what being 50 feels like. I can't yet, but it's a long way to go for you. But when we think back to like 1966 and England won the World Cup, and still we haven't managed to produce an England football team to come anywhere close to that, you'll see that mountains will have to be climbed by you over the next 20, 30 years, and you will achieve fantastic things. And you are predominantly graduating, of course, in education, and most of you will go on to work in education. And it's poignant for me, the day after my 15th wedding anniversary, to tell you that 3 of the guests at our wedding were teachers, my teachers, because they meant so much to me and the impact they had on me and my life. And they were teachers that taught me at Cardinal Heenan High School just down the road, and 2 of them came through this university or college as it was then. And I just felt I couldn't celebrate a day like that without acknowledging what they'd done to help me get to where I was. The power that you have to influence and shape lives. You really are people makers. And things that you say and things that you do will propel people on to greater things than they ever thought they could do. And that was certainly my relationship with those particular 3 teachers. And I'm not saying that, you know, your mark of success will be how many weddings you get invited to over the next 20, 30 years. But you can make such an enormous difference. But you will do it through perseverance, and you'll do it through bravery. And just recently I had to do a speech to a school, and the headmaster said to me, I didn't have to, obviously, I was asked to. So I went along to assembly, and he said, they're between 2 and 13. It's really hard talking, well, they were nearly 3, they were in nursery, talking to 3-year-olds and 13-year-olds and giving them a message that he decided was going to be about perseverance. Well, 3-year-olds don't know what perseverance is. They just play. 13-year-olds are beginning to get an idea. And so I found it quite a challenge, actually, to communicate to them and say things that related to all of them. And that's kind of what it's like standing up here as well, because most of you are a bit hot and bothered and you want to get outside and have a drink and chat to each other and talk about the day. So I'm not going to stay up here for hours yarning on, but I'll just, if it's any help to you, give you a couple of anecdotes and experiences that I've had to do with perseverance and saying yes and being a little bit brave. Because while yesterday was my wedding anniversary, what I realised when I was sitting down to think about today was that this time last year, I was talking about the fact it was 20 years since I'd graduated, which just has gone in a blink of an eye. And actually, perhaps more poignantly, it's now 20 years since my first year in full employment, which is rather bizarre to think that, you know, you start a job and suddenly you've turned around and 2 decades have gone. And I'll tell you a valuable lesson I learnt in my first month at work. So I graduated on the Thursday and I started my job on the Monday. I gave myself a whole 3 days off. And the job I was doing was breakfast show host of a local radio station. And it was a fantastic job to start my working life with. And I was given a fairly decent salary for a young graduate. And I got my first paycheck at the end of the month. And I was so excited. I'd pay my rent, pay my food, pay for my petrol, pay for my phone. They had been invented then. And I'd have a little bit left to go out. And then I got a letter from my mum. This is pre-email. And she'd itemised lots of things that I said I'd pay her back for over the 3 years. You think I'm joking? That I was a student. And I remember sitting on the steps of the flat I was living in and crying because I couldn't believe she could be so terribly cruel to me, that she was going to make me pay her back almost my whole paycheck, basically, that first month. But it was a really important lesson. It's taken me 20 years to actually say that, and she's not here, so don't tell her. I still hold it against her. And I'm not sure I would do that to my children. But it was an important lesson because I was now a grown-up and I was responsible for the things that I say that I would do. If I say, I'll pay you back, I have to pay you back, even if it was things as petty as newspapers, petrol, and other items that I couldn't believe she kept a record of. But there I was with my first paycheck. I'd done my first month of work, and I felt quite grown up, and I felt quite responsible because I had all these different people and things that I had to take care of. And then as the year progressed and I was getting more and more into my work and enjoying it, I realised that what I had to do was say yes and be brave if I was going to progress. And so I was living and working in the Northeast, and I was offered the opportunity to start working on a new TV show called, the show was called Tonight, and the strand I was going to do was called Gabbing with Gabby. And they were going to get famous people, and I was going to have dinner with them, and we'd chat over dinner. Which actually turns out to not be such a great idea, because talking with your mouth full, as you tell any child, isn't a good look. But anyway, we started this series, and then one day in the office, I was desperate for more TV experience, and they said, can anybody ride a horse? So my hand shot up. It was almost like a reflex. I can't ride a horse, but my hand was firmly there in the air. And the producer said, oh, brilliant, because we've got the world jousting champion in the area. Sorry, and we want you to learn to joust. And inside, I'm thinking, I can't even ride. So after work that day, I took myself off to a yard nearby and had an intensive hour of getting familiar with a horse. Anyway, we turned up on the day of filming, and unsurprisingly, I wasn't really up to jousting with the world jousting champion. And they said, okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just walk. You can walk with the horse and chat to this guy. And afterwards, I remember thinking, gosh, that was a really foolish thing to do, because I was actually dealing with a 16-2 horse there. It could have ended up in some tears for everybody. But the point was, I realised that, I was going to have to stick my neck out and be a little bit brave, and sometimes things wouldn't go right. I wouldn't beat the world jousting champion at jousting. And when I look back now at that, it's about making mistakes, if you can call that a mistake, and saying things that perhaps you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zones. And there are so many examples of this in history, people who have tried something and it's failed. And one of my favourite examples of this is Thomas Edison. When he invented the light bulb, you may know it took him almost 700 attempts to get what we now know as a light bulb, the prototype that became the light bulb. And he was interviewed by somebody afterwards who said, Mr. Edison, do you not feel you failed 700 times? And he said, no, I worked out 700 ways that this light bulb isn't going to work before I got to where I needed to be. Thomas Dyson, who invented what we all know now as the Dyson, it's almost usurped the idea of vacuum cleaner. He spent almost 20 years working on his patents, and obviously it cost him a lot of money, a lot of time. He was kind of getting through the family's resources very quickly. His wife was working to support him, but he never gave up on his dream, and now has a £2 billion company that he effectively started from his kitchen table. I'm sure you all know that J.K. Rowling was knocked back 12 times by publishers before she finally found somebody who was ready to take a punt on Harry Potter. I don't need to tell you the kind of success that she has had. There are so many people who, had they given up at that first go, had J.K. Rowling got that first letter back and decided, actually, I'm going to become a magazine writer, or I'll go write for the local newspaper, we never would have had the magic of Harry Potter. We never would have had our Dyson vacuum cleaner. Who knows what we'd be lighting our rooms with. So I'm sure that you've all got somewhere deep inside of you dreams, hopes, ambitions, and goals. And whatever they are, I just implore you to follow your dreams, follow your hopes, follow your goals, and inspire another generation, because God knows this last 12 months has been a rather strange one on this planet, and we need you more than ever to help young people fulfill their dreams and to go on and create a better world for us all to live in. So thank you so much for inspiring all of us, and as always, bringing huge smiles to our faces. Enjoy this time with your families, enjoy what lies ahead, and thank you for representing this university in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor, for a very inspiring address. I now invite Rebecca Goddard, a student of the graduating cohort, to give the vote of thanks.
Hi everyone. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Chair of Board of Governors, academic staff, family and friends, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to stand here today and deliver a vote of thanks from myself and on behalf of my fellow graduates. I'd like to thank Sue Elmer and the Institute of Childhood and Education for this opportunity. My journey at Leeds Trinity began in 2013 when I first moved from Lowestoft to Leeds, which is roughly about a 4.5-hour journey by car. I was left in a new place I was supposed to call home, living with people who I'd never met. In a matter of hours, I felt relaxed in my surroundings. Leeds Trinity is often referred to an island, a community, and even a family. This was instantly the case for me, and I knew straight away that I would be happy here. That was mainly down to the support of my flatmates, who remained close to me throughout my 3 years, along with the welcoming staff at Leeds Trinity. So before I go on to my academic journey, I'd like to thank the university for providing me with friendships that I'm confident will last a lifetime. I couldn't have asked for better people to share this with. Completing a degree is not easy, and I think there have been times where we've all had mini breakdowns, or even big breakdowns in my case. There are moments when you doubt yourself and what you're doing, so I'd like to personally congratulate every graduate who stood here today. I'm so proud of what we've all achieved. Working with children in any respect is challenging. However, it is also unbelievably rewarding. For myself, and I imagine a great deal of others graduating with me today, this is one of the main reasons I wish to pursue a career working with children. In September, I'm continuing at Leeds Trinity to study a PGC in primary education. I simply cannot wait to make a difference to the lives of children and watch the next generation go on to achieve things similar to what we have today. Every graduate in this room today is likely to make a difference to at least one child's life, and that small difference will mean everything to that specific child. During my time at Leeds Trinity, I've been lucky enough to be a student ambassador. This role meant regularly meeting prospective new students and sharing with them exactly why I love this place. My favourite part of this job has been witnessing the excitement and anticipation on their faces and knowing that they are about to begin the best 3 years of their lives. When I worked the last open day in June, I found myself jealous of these students because I wish I could turn back time and do it all again. I feel incredibly lucky to have had something that's so hard to say goodbye to. I'm not leaving today with just a degree, but also amazing memories and experiences that will remain with me. Leeds Trinity has inspired me on so many occasions to attempt things that I'd always considered well out of my reach. And so I leave not only as a graduate, but a more confident individual ready for whatever the future may hold. I'm sure that's not just the case for me, but for every graduate stood here with me today. This is mainly down to the support and guidance we've seen from the staff and friends at Leeds Trinity. Here at Leeds Trinity, our motto is, you're a name and not a number. And for those of you who are already also ambassadors, you'd have said that a million times over. I really do happen to think this is the case, however. I can't thank the lecturers and the staff enough for the ongoing support. I feel so lucky to have been so familiar with my tutors and for them to have known me as an individual and not simply a spot in the crowd. I think you would all agree this family environment is what makes Leeds Trinity so special. It still amazes me that day to day things can seem the same. However, when you step back and reflect on the last 3 years, it's amazing just how much has changed. In the blink of an eye, it's over, and I believe a lesson we should all take from that is that time really does fly when you're having fun. So spend every moment doing something you love, surrounded by the people you love. My final thank you goes to my amazing family and friends who I left in little old Lowestoft to start this new life. Without the support and encouragement of you guys, I would have never gained the courage to uproot my life to Leeds, and I wouldn't have the endless, fantastic memories and life experience to prepare me for the future. The last 3 years have quite simply been the best 3 years of my life. Today is a celebration of this and of all of our achievements, so enjoy it. For many of you, this will be the last time you'll be at Leeds Trinity. I wish everyone all the best of luck for the future. Finally, I'd like to finish with a quote by Steve Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates of 216.
Thank you, Rebecca, for a lovely speech. I now invite Mr. Ian Barrell, the Chair of the Board of Governors, to say a few closing remarks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the academic procession, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Governors of Leeds Trinity University, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate you, our newest graduates. We hope that you are proud of your achievement. You have worked very hard for this day, and we rightly praise you for your commitment and application. Today's graduation ceremony is an occasion that you and your family and friends will never forget, and rightly so. Your degree represents a significant step forward in your life. It creates opportunities and pathways that may not otherwise have been available. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Rebecca for an excellent vote of thanks. It was very pleasing to hear her reflection on the personalised education that she received here at Leeds Trinity. Personalised education has been at the heart of our university and at the heart of our ethos for 50 years. And I hope that Rebecca's experience is one shared by all graduates with us here today. You all took a very important step in planning your education and laying the foundations for your career by choosing to study here at Leeds Trinity. By graduating today, you have built on that foundation and therefore created more opportunities for your working life. It is now again up to you to take the next step in your career with the same resolve. With that positive thought, and on behalf of everyone associated with the university, I wish you every success and happiness in the future. You have earned it and you deserve it. We hope that you have enjoyed your special day and that the memories of your time at Leeds Trinity University will inspire you to even greater achievement. It is now my pleasure to invite you and your guests to join us in the atrium, where we will continue the celebrations with a reception. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. Please stand for the academic procession.